Ich bin der Imperator. Ni hao, 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 ni hao. I'm officially starting my live stream, and I have something I would like to sort of debrief a little. Well, not debrief, more like mourn. Something sad happened. There's a place that I often used to go to known as Scooters. Scooters was, it's kind of like a coffee shop. I think they have a large chain. Let's see. I think they do. Oh, yeah. Oh, they have a gigantic chain. Oh, yeah, they have a gigantic chain. William Wolcott, hello. Hola, JC. It is a coffee shop. Yeah. But yeah, it's a chain of coffee shops. Well, they used to have pianos there in Scooters. And they used to have a piano there in Scooters. And I used to play the piano. And you most likely don't know, but this year has had a little bit of a rough start. It's not terrible, but just not good. Technical difficulties in school, along with various personal matters that occurred, which and yeah, I'm very saddened for the fact. They sold the piano and they no longer have a piano, and I am going to play the piano right now. I'm going to play the American anthem in order to mourn Scooters. Well, in order to mourn the piano and Scooters. Whoops. Well, I'll take care of it later. So, to everyone who enjoys piano, this is the American National Anthem. Hang on, let me get Neoski here. And then it'll be the American National Anthem. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. Well, yes, I shall play the American National Anthem. Japan, everyone! Tenno Hekai Banzai! You got Tojo'd. You got Tojo rolled. Okay, just kidding. Well, not really. It's the... William Vachros is saying, Vachros is asking what it is. It is the Batotai March. A march of the Japanese a march of the Japanese army that was supposed to serve as a very uniting patriotic song to them. It was played before World War II and is still played, and the instrumental version of that march is still played in the Japanese military. But I don't know if they really use the words for it. Don't blame them if they don't use the words for it, because it involved, essentially, it involved honor and conquest, and basically the stuff that the U.S., you make Mr. Miyagi proud. Yes, I did. Although technically Mr. Miyagi is not Japanese, he is Okinawan. No, he's from Ryukyu. And Japan, I think they invaded Okinawa. I think it mentions that Japan invaded Okinawa. And it's true to a certain extent. Because Okinawa traditionally, the kingdom of Ryukyu was generally seen as a part of Japan, although sort of not really. Although its own province there, I believe that there is an Okinawan language, but I don't know. But I think it might just be a dialect of Japanese, kind of like how English is a British and an American accent, and France is a Canadian, French, and African accent. So, yeah, Mr. Miyagi was from Okinawa. The Dr. Terminator show says, yes, a nation that got nuked into the Pacific. Which is true to an extent. But yeah, Japan is my favorite American state. My personal opinion is that, every nation deserves a second chance. But I'm not sure if nations deserve a third chance. Turkey right now. I may respect President Erdogan. I don't like Erdogan, but I respect him. Because Erdogan, he's fucking honest about what he believes. And, he silenced the Christian snowflakes in Istanbul when he talked about Hagia Sophia. He silenced them good. He turned it into a mosque. I say good. Good job, Erdogan. I support that. I support Erdogan turning Hagia Sophia into a mosque because, it's wonderful. It gives an opportunity for Christians to show their true colors. And I'm not talking about people like Dr. Terminator show, but they were like, wah! But most Christians were like, wah! 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 Erdogan converting Hagia Sophia into a mosque was retarded. It's a historical church and a mosque, not solely a mosque. I know. Let me tell you, I 100% agree with you. I agree. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I like that decision. I'm saying I respect that decision. Because he's honest. He's gotten a lot of hate for it, but it's what he believes. And he's, and when one is able to follow their beliefs, whilst getting hate for it, regardless of the hate they're getting for it, is amazing. But of course, in my opinion, what I would do Turkey should get fucked. Like, massively so. Because it's been more than 100 years. It has been more than 100 years. More than 100 years. More than 100 years. And Turkey still hasn't apologized. There's a campaign recently to apologize for Armenia. Know when that started? 2008. The Turkish government still did not apologize for the massacre of... Saddam should have cooperated with Israel in his invasion of Iran. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, there's still... It was awful, though, with what Turkey did. Disgustingly awful. That Turkey still has not apologized for Armenia. I may like the Ottoman Empire, the historical Ottoman Empire, earlier Ottoman Empire. You know, I might think it's a little hypocritical when Greek nationalists hate on Turkey for Armenia, but don't mention their own emperor, Basil the Bulgar Slayer. I might think it's a little bit hypocritical, that Greece should never have talked about Armenia, should never do that, because they had an emperor that literally gouged people's eyes out. But Turks should apologize for the Armenian genocide. And Turks should not be proud. They should not be proud. It is disgusting what Turkey has done. And look, Germany, in my opinion, and I think that Nioski might share this opinion, Germany has apologized, too much. Not too much, but just Germany has apologized enough. And they can get over the Holocaust and start being proud of their country again. That's something I strongly believe. But Turkey has not apologized once. Not even once. They didn't even send a single note saying, "Oh, we're sorry, Armenia. We're sorry, Bulgaria. We're sorry, Greece." No. There goes my rant. But, yeah, that's the rant I have on the Armenian genocide. Turkey needs, and now that it's, say, 100 years, Turkey needs to do more than apologize for the Armenian genocide. Turkey needs to be humiliated for 100 years. I agree. Germany is no longer proud to be Germany's, which is sat alone since the actions of Hitler and his goons shouldn't dictate the future of the nation. Yeah, in my opinion, Germany should restore the Austrian Kaiser. I think the Kaiser of Germany during World War I, the Kaiser of the Prussian Germans, I personally think that Prussia, they're responsible for starting the modern school system. And the idea of the school system was to create soldiers out of men. So I guess maybe, Prussian style school and training could be adopted for the military, for people that, for say, military academies. But with the regular school, with, we should have adopted a different one. William Wolcott, I personally believe, such as. But, yeah, people in South Africa, such as. Oh, I know what you're referencing. Well, anyways, it's 7:42, and I'm going on to starting the live stream of Stellaris. As you can hear from this wonderful and beautiful music. I might privately live stream. Maybe not privately, like maybe completely. One nation that truly needs to apologize for genocide is Russia. Holodomor was truly evil and led to even more deaths than the Holocaust. But wasn't the Holodomor done to Russian people? I might okay, I think that Stellaris can, but I just want people to know that, it wasn't Holodomor was a genocide against Ukrainians. I think it wasn't necessarily just a genocide against Ukrainians, it was a genocide against specific Ukrainians. People that owned shit. People that had shit. It's genocide against the upper class of Ukraine. And yeah, I wouldn't blame it on Russia, I would blame it on communism. Not Russia. I would blame it on the communist ideology, which, they want to get rid of all rich people, which I say, you take a look, every society does have to deal with a parasitic class. In America, it's the celebrities, the celebrities, the elite. But in Ukraine, the elite weren't the bad guys in Ukraine. In fact, they were the good guys. I respect Yeltsin for acknowledging Kathleen, even if Kathleen. Here, let me look it up. Oh, yeah. I personally think that the Soviet Union and modern Russia are separate countries. That's just my attitude. USSR and Russia were separate countries, and USSR really needs to, should never have truly Lenin destroyed Russia and turned it into the Soviet Union. That's what he did. He turned Russia into the Soviet Union. There was a Tsar. He overthrew the Tsar. And still, the modern-day government that calls itself the Russian Federation is still somewhat the Soviet Union. It still has Soviet legacy. And yeah, I get that a new Russian state, if it were ever to form, if Russia were ever to truly be revitalized, they might possibly use certain Soviet iconography because it's been deeply implanted into the Russian culture. But at the same time, it was a massacre the Soviets did, and essentially communism back then. Hitler only convinced people to hate the Jews because there was a legitimate communist conspiracy going on, and it's a part of the communist ideology that the revolution must spread. It can't just be contained to one place. It would have to spread. Lenin and Trotsky were far worse than what people think they were. They weren't just radical socialists. They were literal terrorists. I don't think that Lenin was a terrorist. I don't think that Lenin was a terrorist. I think that Trotsky was. But I don't think that Lenin was. You know, the thing about Japan is that they've apologized for all their massacres. And yeah, Japan, they've apologized. Russia, well, Turkey, they haven't. And Russia, I wouldn't really say that the Holodomor was just against Ukrainians. It was a terrorist. It was not a terrorist attack. It was genocide by the Russian government against their own people. So, you know, and the hatred wasn't directed towards the Ukrainian people. Hatred was directed towards the Ukrainian elite that actually, you know, generally, 99 times out of 100, the elite's bad. In Ukraine, they weren't. In America, if Holodomor happened to celebrities and people like Billie Eilish, you cannot believe how flabbergasted I would be. Because they are a parasitic class. Not all of them. Not all of them. But a good deal of them. Maybe, you know, not all celebrities, but a good deal of them were. Communists can never back up their arguments. Yeah, I've seen communists try to handle it, and, you know, communism historically was a great mistake done to a people. You know, Lenin and Stalin. They've done. So we are already integrated. So meanwhile, oh yeah, sorry. Hang on for a second. Yeah, you know, Lenin, yeah. Would I consider socialism to be solely left-wing, as it is only an economic ideology? Yeah. You know, say you can be, I would say that you know, a right-winger can still be socialist, just like a left-winger can still be capitalist. Again, celebrities. People like Jeff Bezos. They're left-wingers that are capitalists. But when it comes to true socialism, yeah. When it comes to
survey complete.
Socialism, generally left. I'm not saying it's left wing, you know, like 99 times, well, 100 times left. Socialism is left wing. And with me, when it comes to economy, I'm fine if there's capitalism, corporatism, or socialism. I just want it to be done under merit and under a genuine consideration to the people. The Kaisers of Germany was the first welfare state, and I think that
complete.
maybe, a welfare state might be a little too much for America. Maybe it won't be. We still have lots of debts to pay to China, and I think it would be a bit unfair. Vote set to
establishing colony.
Maya Stanishevska. Okay. Yeah, I'd say I'm a mixture of capitalist and socialist economically. I mean, to me, our respective of course, you take a look at the demographics. Around 54% Kivuli with Zainur and Savelli. Smaller percentage. I need a good name for a planet. A good name for a planet. It can be a...
Construction complete.
It's a steppe world, but again, there are no Mongols. In this planet, there are no Mongols. They just don't exist. In this planet. Keep in mind we're Russian, Polish, Kanush. Votsetu was originally a place for Japanese people within it. Okay. We have adopted a policy supporting the ideals of, say, a federation. I think we can maybe adopt prosperity. Karl Marx's ideological theory is very flawed. I mean, Karl Marx, he diagnosed the problem correctly. He was right. There is an elite that's oppressing the common folk. Period. And here in the United States, the elites are both oppressors and parasites. Tech tyrants, celebrities. They are parasites and they're tyrants.
Survey complete.
And they're doing terrible things. I need another name for a... sorry, influence going down. Consumed. Oh. Wow. Those two influence. Neoskia. Okay, I will. I will name a planet Novo Neoskia. Yeah, you know, the communists. Yeah. Well, now that we've gotten atrocities out of our mind, we have learned that we have learned that we've developed various autonomous provinces. I need a good name. It needs to be Eastern European, so Hungarian. We have rarely had a Hungarian name. Russian, Polish, Ukrainian, Belarusian, nations, German maybe. We have an over-representation of Polish, so I'm going to cut Polish names out. Thoughts on democratic socialism? There is a difference between democratic socialism and social democracy. And I would say, fuck both of them. Because fuck democracy. The democracy is a major problem. Although, for example, if you take a look at Kivul, we're pretty capitalistic. A lot of our society is dominated by corporate interest, and the party that's controlled by the parasites. Remaining time 16 months. So we have 15 months until they're fully integrated into Kivuli society. We do know that the Kivuli Stellar Alliance, they're actually fine. Yeah, they like us. And of course we like them. We like them too.
Anomaly detected.
Should we consider... I'm going to put this to the decision of Neoski, as he is the only one. Banyash. Okay. It needs to be a female name. Keep that in mind. Maybe I'll look up Hungarian. Yeah, just no more Polish names, because we have too many. Natalia Banyash. Natalia Banyash. Sectors. Lines and sectors. And sectors. Setu. Autonomous zone. We have a large sector up here. It's sort of like an autonomous sectors. So we have the main sector and areas that are basically required to be sectors. Survey system. Survey system. Survey system. Hungarian names in Azia a lot. Okay. Yeah. We have successfully integrated the Rarians into our empire. Planets and sectors. I need a name for 2 sectors of our empire. For 2, like, sort of states or provinces. Essentially, these states and provinces have gotten powerful enough, there are enough planets in them that they essentially govern their own administrative regions of the empire. Planets are like municipalities, and planets are, what should we do to various nations, the various provinces? Yeah. Shekele. Again, keep in mind, Slavic names. I need a name for 2 more governors. Here, I need a name for, I need a name for 1 governor. It can be Hungarian, Ukrainian, East Slavic, West. It can be any name, just no Polish names, because we kind of have an over-representation of them. David, no, it needs to be female. But I could call it Hraboski. Ivanka Hravotsky. Ivanka. Yeah, the Rarians have been fully turned into Udetzik. For South Raria, we're gonna have Ivanka. For North Raria, we need a new one. Oh yeah, all aliens and Junak Tor. The Chi-Chi-Harat system is currently governed by a planetary direct democracy. Should this system of self-government be allowed to continue? Hazra. Keep in mind that we are generally mostly democratic. Ruslana, I'll rename her in a second. Ruslana Fraboska. But I'll say yeah.
Initiating communications.
The Kivuli alliance which wishes to be vassalized by us. The Kivuli alliance must be stronger than that. They must and they should. But they must and they should because I'm not going to let them be vassalized. They want to be independent. Well, tough luck. They fled our nation. You left our colonies. Okay. Well, new Rarian ships are dismantled because we don't really have any use for them. Thoughts on Gabel Abdel Nasser? I think they're kind of good. Oh, unemployment and poverty increase the benefits, and let's try to reverse this. Okay, we need something, maybe something that could give us influence. Unity and amenities, maybe temple, stronghold, maybe a resource silo, research lab. Maybe precinct houses. Hollow theaters. Yeah. Man, what has happened to Kivul? Well, now Kivul is taken care of. Right there, shit.
Construction complete.
Yeah, let's kind of make sure. Yeah, thoughts on Joseph Tito? Tito was fucking badass, man. Joseph Broz Tito was fucking badass. He was the only communist leader to oppose the Soviet Union. And Tito's communism, Yugoslavian communism, was actually a lot better than, say, communism. Oh, not Tito, Joseph Tiso. I don't know who Tiso was. I thought that was a typo. Josef Tiso was a Slovak politician and Roman Catholic. Oh, he was a client state of the Nazis. Well, from what I can see, fuck him. Of course, he was... Yeah, well... We are reading a transmission from the Independent Space Station of the Zura Corp. Ah, they're a business conglomerate. Okay, so they're serious business people. Okay, but okay. I mean, hey, they're fine. They're allowed in. And of course, we gotta develop our nation militarily. Because these nomads, these Genghis Khan LARPers. Tito was badass though. Oh yeah. He was the only politician to say fuck you to Stalin. Okay, think about that. Tito was the only politician to say fuck you to Stalin, the only communist leader on the planet.
Survey complete. Survey complete.
Inspiration or delusion? Following the recent passing of a respected science officer, the recovery of various notes and documents from the late scientist's lab paints a curious picture. It seems that, in his twilight years, he developed an odd obsession with a creature named the elusive Carcosa. It is difficult to decipher what exactly was so unique about this animal, but the late scientist seemed to have regarded its acquisition a top priority. According to the notes, the creature was last sighted on Kupanik. The use of a research vessel sensors, finding it should be trivial. I say let's try to find it. Let's find it. And first of all, we gotta contact this random unknown empire that we don't know much about. Oh, apparently they're gone. Okay. Well, modern socialists and communists hate police, but socialist nations such as Yugoslavia treated the police like true heroes. Oh yeah, Trump is far more of a socialist than most people realize. Trump is more socialist than the Democrats, in my opinion.
Establishing colony.
Yeah, Tito, modern socialists who hate the USSR shouldn't. They just shouldn't,
Construction complete.
Take a look at this being. They're in a medieval age. Ooh. Competitive xenophile, egocentrism, and spiritualist. I might give them. I might observe them aggressively. Trump is capitalism. His family is the stereotypical American family. But he's more of a socialist when he's president. When he was president, well, he is president. Biden will enter office in 2 days, in 4 days, which is fucking sad because Donald Trump was a fucking pussy and he didn't do what he had to do. Simple as that. He just didn't do what he had to do. And we're all gonna pay for it very soon. You know? We're all gonna pay for it. Eventually. Ivanka Frabowski. Yeah, our nation, we are under sort of an elitist movement. Rarians have taken a huge portion of the sentence. Tarasi is 1%. Tarasi, where are they? Well, they're mammalian, they're
Survey complete.
It's not that he didn't do what he had to do. It's that he didn't try to win. No.
Technology discovered.
Oh, some random guy became president right now, and what party is he from? Situation log. Let's take a look at the mandate.
Survey complete.
Bump. Well, we know what promise not to follow. What party is he of? Let's take a look at the different factions. Okay, Reform Movement, Solidarity Party, Law and Justice Party, Green Party, Path to Victory Committee, Workers' Party, Anti-Christians, New Libertarian Party. Social liquidity, keep the peace, non-violence, defensive stance. The Green Party is useless. I know. Okay, here's the thing. Should we allow interspecies marriage? With the expansion of the Republic of Kivul across the stars, sentient alien species have come to live in the Republic of Kivul in large numbers with full citizen rights. As the Kivuli and their alien brethren have gotten to know each other better, some Kivuli with exotic tastes have naturally been drawn to individuals from other species. The Solidarity Party has petitioned the government on behalf of this group to legalize interspecies marriage, although a number of such relationships have existed for some time. Authorities have refused to give them their official blessing, as there is no provision for interspecies marriage in Kivuli law. Different DNA structures mean there's no realistic prospect of any children resulting from these partnerships. Nevertheless, elements of the population are uncomfortable. Should we allow interspecies marriage? We should, to increase the population. Thing is, they will not produce children. Interspecies, we are currently part of the New Libertarian Party. But at the same time, the president doesn't have all the power. take a look at factions. We see corporate interests, which I might to. We should rename to we have the developmentist reform movement, which is capitalist libertarian, Solidarity Party, Law and Justice Party, Green Party, Path to Victory Committee, United Workers Party of Kivul, Anti-Christians, New Libertarian Party. I think I might rename. Well, no. New United Kivul Party. Isolationist movement. Right now, the faction that supports us the most, we right now have the faction that supports us the most is the Green Party and the New United Kivul Party. We are generally supporters of democracy, but in the status quo. So if we legalize interspecies marriage, we will not be increasing the population. We would actually be limiting population growth. But at the same time, if we want to increase the population so badly, we can colonize other planets, and that's pretty much what we plan on doing. Planets that have a chance to be colonized. Should be. Yeah, so if we are to allow interspecies marriage, yeah. So we should to increase. I'm guessing that, our liberal movement, there could be certain conservatives. So, and of course movements like the Law and Justice Party, Path to Victory Committee, and maybe the internal development people could say, absolutely not. We should do no such thing. So I'm considering, the time has not yet come to embrace this change. We can't really, recognize it on a state level. My personal opinion, though, on things like gay marriage, they should be blessed by the entire, they should be supported. Thoughts on Google? Google has betrayed its promise. They have betrayed themselves and their mission. And so, their missions are, their mission, they promised that they would I need a new name. I need 2 new names for a Starfleet. 2 names for a Starfleet. Thoughts on Susan? Oh, CEO of YouTube. Too liberal. Really? It's too liberal. Shagbafleet. Okay. Kilos fleet. Shagbafleet. Oh, I have a good name. Russian. So, no, Hungarian. Oh, nomad. Maybe say, ooh, Japanese. Yubo Kumi. The current president has died. Again, the Law and Justice Party is supported by the government. The new United Kivul Party is hated. Of course, is there any leader that we are missing? Kazimirsh, Dwayne Shobar.
Survey complete.
They might probably envoys. Thoughts in tank and warfare nerds. I mean,
detected.
cool. I'm not one. Daniel. Oh shit! We've been missing a scientist for how long? Fuck. Fun we cunt. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. Really, really bad because you take a look at the Citizen Union. Okay, technologies equivalent. But yeah, thoughts on tank and warfare nerds.
Colony founded.
You know, not really big. You know, they're cool.
Establishing colony.
I'm not one.
Survey complete.
As long as they're fine with people not being ones, and as long as, say, the political side is respected as knowing history, I'm fine with that. I need a good name for a sector. It's frontier sector. And I need a name for a governor of that sector. It needs to be a female Eastern European name. Female Eastern European. Use this exact tank or you're gay. Like, you know, with me, I'm like, cool, you know about tanks. For example, in Enemies and Alliances, Fritz tried to tell the guy who was role-playing the Taliban. I presume that the guy who was role-playing the Taliban left. I presume. If he was banned, I'm going to get a little upset. But I presume he left. I think he left. And I don't think that he messaged to me or something like, no, I think we just kicked his ass. Someone just kicked his ass. in my opinion, he was a good role player. You know, causing chaos all around. Here, let me offer trade deal. Let me give the guy some money. Oh my god.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Survey complete.
The Taliban guy was being a bitch, to be honest. I mean, hey, my opinion is that he was just a creator of chaos. And I said, hey, you're a chaos maker. You're trying to nuke Nigeria just for, you know, to be a wild card. People are going to fucking hate you for that. But you can't. Crispy Fritz actually, you know, scolded the guy playing the Taliban, saying, you could only use A tank, B tank, and C tank. And, like, numbers of Corvettes. Oh, my God. Hang on. Let's.
Survey complete.
There's a new civilization that's around here. These guys are Rarians. Kivuli Dwamax, we come visit your system. We save you from going too rich and fat, yes? Unless you think of reason why you not make good Dwamax too. Well, offer some cash to you. Well, we'll offer you some stuff, but we'll wait. We repo. We'll wait. Who's there? Well, as I much dislike ultra realism, he was being too unrealistic. I think the person playing as Russia was far worse. Oh my God, really? Yeah, I think that the person playing as Russia was far worse. She voided a role. Voided it, just because she lost, and then she lectured me on, now you see the problem of roles? Calm down. Well, I lost interest in the roleplay. I am creating I'm considering creating a new roleplay server. If you guys don't continue roleplaying, you know, the roleplay server I am going to be is kind of, it's basically TES, but a lot more custom. So basically, the major powers in TES still exist. You know, say Kadia, Russia. You know, the Russian Civil War is still going on. planet is it? Chorus 2. Oh, they're in the middle of an Iron Age. They're medieval people. What's that gonna do? You know, Kivul does not believe, you know, the current government right now. Yeah, issue the increased benefits, but do something about the criminals. By the way, you don't really need a I'm building a civilian industries. Yeah, by right of salvage, the credits are ours. That'll teach them nomads a lesson. Neu-Berlin. I need a new name for a sector. Province of... Well, 2 new names for a sector. Enemies and alliances is active. I don't think it's active, though. Let me check. No, I mean... Last one, okay, was today at 10:44 a.m. Yesterday, Jin's diplomacy. Oh, Karen. Not really. It's not really active, and I did kind of lose interest in the roleplay. And it's not, yeah, it's Chakra. Chakras. Province of Chakra. I need a... Wait, let's see. Qatar. Yeah, province of... What should my new Ba'ath ideology be called? I don't know. I mean, basically it's a Ba'ath for all Middle Easterners. So I guess Pan-Ba'athism or something like that. Province of New Japan. Yeah. A lot of our envoys we can't really change the name of, but Fugeo.
Survey complete. Colony founded.
I mean, you know, another thing about the Republic,
Ships
my Republic of
upgraded.
Kivul playthrough.
Technology discovered.
frigate. The cruiser. I don't really know what your new Bath should be called. Just call it, maybe say it's Bathism in an alternate timeline. Or something. Although a monarchist Bath could be present. A popular musician from the Omega Aliens has been... Yeah... Omega Aliens. Yeah, we don't really know them.
Establishing colony.
Investigate Epsilon Aliens. I am, you know...
Special project complete.
Tiyanki. Syria is a Baathist monarchy. I wouldn't really call it a monarchy. I used to think it was, but you know, it has never declared itself the House of Al-Assad, although it's a monarchy in a sense. So
Technology discovered.
Semi. You know, it has the chance to become a monarchy. There just needs to be, you know, it needs to be a royal family. Can't call itself a republic anymore. Keep in mind that opinion changed. You know, my original opinion was, yeah, it's 100%. I'm trying to get Gribon, the Kivuli alliance, to get colonies. Demand vassalization. Let me see if...
Survey complete.
Oh yeah, they've accepted vassalization. It is kind of ironic though. Could bring more support for the Law and Justice Party. Anyways, hang on, I have to use the restroom. Serious about this monarchy? Not really. Okay, I'm back. To say that Syria is a monarchy, though, I'd call that a gross overstatement. Oh, he has to go. They're the Iron Age civilization. New religion has been. Interesting. You take a look at the population.
Anomaly detected.
Oh, this is current president Daniel Shigalski. Law and Justice Party currently dominates the society of Kivul. Nations like Raria have been brought pretty much to our way of thinking. Yeah. Investigate.
Technology discovered.
Visa Corn Band. Yeah, not really a radiant sun. Not really a grassy.
Construction complete.
Oh, Colonel Autismo. Yeah, I agree with Colonel Autismo. Colonel.
Survey complete.
Okay, system surveyed. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Survey complete.
I will end live stream in a bit. but not now. I will officially end it at 9. So that, I don't know where you are right now, but it's in 6 minutes. Maybe not in 6 minutes, but you know. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Jalthan system. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. Could possibly, if it could maybe be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. Yeah, well, this campaign of Kivul, man, really? Are we really that, We are going to form a federation. No. Let's wait. I'm going to offer trade deal. Communications and an active sensor link to communications and actors.
Colony founded.
Man, there really no advanced species there. Well, most countries in the Middle East are either elected monarchies, absolute monarchies, or very federal republics. Freedom for Subara says hi. My freedom for Subara. Long live Subara, and may it be united sometime in the future. Well, may it be independent sometime in the future. Personally have supported Subaran independence. I personally support Subaran independence. And if you take a look, whoa, yeah, wow.
Updated.
Well, so I'm going to look over the game one last time, and I'm going to quit. Not quit the live stream. Our population is dwindling by the minutes because of Egyptian Nazism. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, anyways, I'm going to officially end the game here and go to the desktop. And I'm gonna say, До свидания. I'm officially ending my live stream right now, and as of now, this is Julius Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus. Ugh.